Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Ed, Edd and Eddy, the Mis-Edventures for the Sony PlayStation 2. Also available on Nintendo GameCube and Xbox. There is also a GBA version of the game, but it's nothing like the console version. In the first video, we completed the first scam out of 6. There are 6 levels in this game. And we also collected everything that was in that level. And now we are in the cul-de-sac. And we get this little message box telling us cul-de-sac. Why? I don't know. Anyway, right there in front of us, that is the entrance to level 2. But before I do that, there is the cul-de-sac to run around in. Might as well attack the crates with Eddy's wallet. It's not a yo-yo like I thought it was originally. It's actually a chain wallet that he has connected to his pants. And you just throw that forward and you can use that to attack enemies. Anyway. Oh, before I say anything else, this wooden door here takes you back to the first level that we started the game with, if you ever want to go back to it for any reason, in case you missed anything. Thankfully, we did not miss anything in the first level of the game. And by going down the street here, which doesn't seem to be much of a street, seems to be disconnected to everything else thanks to these fences that just separate this cul-de-sac from the outside world, or the rest of it. We can turn onto this little corner here and we can go to the playground where, if we want, we can dig in the sandbox for a coin and nothing else. And we can also go to this vintage gumball machine. In order to activate it, 1, you need to be double D, and 2, you need to have coins. How many coins do I have? I have 19. We can buy some things here. We're gonna buy our first vintage jawbreaker, Italian, and for 2 cents, and a saving of the game, we can collect the German jawbreaker. Now, thankfully, when you collect a collectible, the game automatically saves, so that way you don't have to worry about getting it ever again.
Intriguing.
And for 4 cents, you can get the Scottish jawbreaker.
Intriguing.
And for 8 cents, you can get the French jawbreaker.
This should work.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough money to get the 12-cent jawbreaker, though that should change. Anyway, I might as well go ahead and also talk about the pause menu too. In the options, you can look at everything you've collected. The Easter eggs, you get those for completing the chicken chases in each level. And by getting an Easter egg, you can turn it on or off. The level 1 Easter egg is Big Head mode, which just gives the Ed, Edd and Eddy big heads. I'm going to leave it off, but you can activate it if you so desire. And the costume section lets you look at what you found for 2 costumes. The costume pieces for the first 3 levels create the Edzilla costume, and the costume pieces for the second level create the Space Ranger costume. And by completing a costume, you can unlock the secret level that is connected to it. And we will be playing those secret levels. We have to if we want to get 100%. Also, whenever you collect a jawbreaker, you can look at it whenever you want. We'll be filling this menu up as we go through the game. We start out with Blueberry, normal. There's two versions of Jawbreakers, normal and vintage, and Blueberry is one of the normal ones. Nothing stains your teeth better. And we also have Black Licorice. Black Licorice. Whip it good. I'm trying to say the quote and the Jawbreaker name at the same time, and it's not working very well. There's Italian, the first of the 4 vintage ones that we collected. Pasta pesto, please. There's German, tastes like sauerkraut. There's Scottish, but I can't play the bagpipes, Eddie. And French. Would you care for a baguette? I'm pretty sure the vintage Jawbreakers have quotes from episodes of the TV show. And I think Rolf says this, though I'm not sure. At least the baguette line. I know Ed does the Scottish line. And we will look at more Jawbreakers as we go through the game. And, well, we've collected a lot of things here. What is it? How do I do it again? There we go. That's right, we collected 2 Jawbreakers in the first level and 4 from the vintage Jawbreaker machine. I kept thinking I collected more than that in the first level. No, I didn't. There was only 2. Anyway, let's go ahead. Move further around here. And we can kind of move past the fence here and look at other places we can go to. Such as these incomplete houses that have yet to be completely fully built. There's one of the 2 movie booths. That's one of the 2 secret levels. And there's this old abandoned house. We can't really go any further up, but we will be going to that for a future level. Now let's see here. There is Peach Creek Estates. These houses are being built for later purchase from those that are well-to-do, I would assume. Stop, Jimmy. As you can see, some of the kids, Naz, Jimmy, and Kevin, they're hanging out around here, and you can break some of these crates for coins, which I definitely want to do. Let's get away from Kevin before he sings anymore. It drives me nuts. This should lead us. About to say this should lead us back out. No, this takes us... Okay, that's where we came in from. This leads to another level. I believe this leads to the trailer park where the Canker sisters live. We'll be seeing them soon enough. And if we go through here and switch to Ed, we can break this fence with Batter Ed. Just press it once to get it in action, press it again while you're using Batter Ed, and you'll get out of Batter Ed formation. And that's pretty much all I'm able to show off. So, how about we play Chapter 2? It's the least or most I can do. Do you wish to leave this level and go to the next? Yes, we do. Yes should be brighter than no. The brighter option is the one you're going to be picking.
Jimmy refuses the nincompoops from entering his celebration. Hello? Goodbye.
What? Wait a minute! We can't let a chump like Rolf keep us from this party! We gotta get in there!
Oh, I know! We can crawl through the stinky sewers like the bacteria-fusing blob in I Was a Teenage Sludge Hippie!
I don't know. It seems terribly risky and unsanitary, to say the least.
It'll be a cinch! Come on, boys! We got a party to catch!
And for level 2, we're going through the sewers so we can sneak into Jimmy's party, which we are not invited to. Why? Because Ed thought it was a good idea. So we need to find a way to Jimmy's backyard. And now I know why the message box saying cul-de-sac showed up. It's basically the main objective message box. And the main objective here is, of course, to find a way to Jimmy's backyard. And, of course, while we're doing that, we will need to look for things, such as jawbreakers. I am going to be fighting the enemies here with Eddy, because he seems to have the longest reach with his weapon. You'll be fighting rats that will come at you as soon as you get close enough to them. And there will also be gators that take multiple hits that you'll also need to contend with as well. You don't want those gators to get too close or they will bite you, much like the rats in this stage
I don't
will.
know. It seems terribly risky and unsanitary, to say the least.
Also, you're getting a good close-up of Ed, and Eddy in 3D form. You still have the moving lines that are pretty much the trademark of the art style for this show. Ow. You also have a really close-up camera that seems to just want to zoom in while I'm trying to fight this gator. Thankfully, the gator gives you 3 balls to refill your health with, which is really nice. And while it's a little odd to see these guys in 3D, at least you still have the moving lines that are the trademark of this show's art style, still moving on the characters, which is pretty nice. Also, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to show that off yet. Wrong button. Also wrong button there. If you see any barrels of toxic waste, you can hit them from a safe distance with Ed's water balloons. Just get in the first person mode and then aim and shoot. We'll be using Ed for batter, Ed, Double D for some of the things that we're going to be doing here, and I'm going to be using Eddy for finding enemies mostly. So right here. Oh.
Great. What are we supposed to do now?
It's elementary, Eddy. If we move down into the water on the other side, you two can lift me up to that crank. I'll lower the bridge, allowing us to cross together.
Fee, fi, bo, fum. I smell cheese and onion buns.
As I was about to say, there is a cutscene here. And apparently we need to get to the other side of the water to get to a valve, so that way we can open a bridge. We need to switch to Double D, press L1, and you'll enter Trample Ed formation. This is the move I accidentally did. From here, press circle to jump forward. If you have enough room, Double D will automatically jump forward. This allows you to jump on the high surfaces. But instead of going high, I want to go low first.
Jawbreakers.
Because here,
Even better than lint-free socks, fresh out of the dryer.
we can get a jawbreaker. And I really can't argue with that kind of logic there, Double D. Okay, come on, get me out of there. Oh, good grief. I had to remember that R2 is first-person mode. Anyway. We need to get in the water, and we need to beat up the enemies that are here. And I need to switch to Eddy, because I'm going to need the distance. There we go. Also, all 3 characters, Ed, and Eddy, share the same health bar. So switching from one character to another will not bring you back to full health temporarily. So don't even try it. Anyway. There's a crate with a coin in it. If I could line myself up with these enemies, that would be great. That way I can more easily beat them up. And we should now be back at full health. Alright. Let's switch to Sockhead here. And then get in Trample Ed formation. You want to make sure that Double D is facing what you want him to jump to. And then you get him to jump to it. Remember, it's where Eddy is facing that's most important with that move. And here's a valve. Let's turn it with it. Double D.
My.
Intriguing.
I almost want to call him Ed, but I don't want to get the two Eds not named Eddy confused. And once you open up this bridge, the other two guys will catch up, and you'll be able to continue on. And once again, I want to play as Eddy, because I want to get rid of all of the rats that are here, as much of a pain as they can be. And the gators, that helps too. At least with Eddy, it's a little easier to stick and move because I seem to have a little bit of distance with the chain wallet. And just a couple more hits and we should be able to take everything down. Okay, there's a keyhole right there. We don't have a key, but that's okay. Also, I want to get more coins. That would be great. Let's switch to double D and press triangle at the keyhole to get this door open. Okay. We have another rat. Let's go ahead and take care of it. And from... where did you come from? Oh, right, the pipes. If you ever see a pipe on the wall, destroy it. Because if you don't, rats are going to spawn out of them endlessly. Now, you're probably wondering what to do here. The game doesn't really tell you. But instead of going in there and dealing with gators, what you can do is switch to double D, go in the first person mode, and when you see a target like this that is flashing blue and green, shoot a water balloon at it in first person mode. That activates the switch. And now we're going to take care of the enemies that are here, so that way we don't have to deal with them anymore. Is there anything on this side? No, there isn't. I could grab... There's nothing there. What was the point? I thought maybe there'd be one coin in the box. We didn't even get that. Anyway, let's just jump back up here and then take the bridge again, and then switch to double D and activate the door. And, okay. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't switch characters because Ed was lagging behind, but he finally caught up.
My, intriguing.
Alright. Back to Eddy. Be very careful, be very cautious, take a good look at the water there as you go through here. That way you'll know if a gator's coming at you, because they can be pretty hard to see. I wouldn't say impossible to see. You can kind of see through the water a little bit, but it can be a pain. Also, I want to get rid of you before you cause a problem. I'll be going back in the other direction. It's just... I just want to get rid of the enemies here first, because I know they're going to be a problem later on. And I can also get coins while I'm here too. And you are here. And we cannot turn that valve. We can turn that one though. Before I do that, I want to go in the other direction. Now here is where we'll meet the clam. The clam will snap towards us, and we need to take it down. And then we need to move these drums out of the way and make it so that the clam can't bite us. We need to get the clam in the water and away from us, so that way we can easily open this door. And there's a chicken. Time for the chicken chase. Need to get to the chicken and stun it, grab it, and throw it before the time expires, and then we can get another Easter egg. Let us see what we have found. Small head. Just gives the Ed small heads. I'm leaving it turned off. And from here, well, I could go through this area, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to deal with all of the clams that are here, as well as toxic waste. If you hit the toxic waste drums, don't run into the green smoke because you will hurt yourself. And from here, we're going to go in the other direction. I'm going to switch to Eddy again. I'm going to break what I can break. Apparently you have to wait for the blue balls to move all the way down, or rather just stop moving before you can get the blue balls and refill your energy. And from here, we are back in this area. We have now taken a little bit of a shortcut, and now it's time to use Trample Ed. Jump up here, use this valve, and we should be able to open up this door. Interesting doors here. Never saw anything like this in the cartoon. And now we need to destroy the pipes, or else we will be swarmed with rats. Now there should be some cracked walls, much like the one up ahead, that we can destroy with Batter Ed. The first one leads to nothing, and you will be facing a gator in it, though you can go in there for a coin. I'm going to switch to Eddy real quick, beat up the gator, and if he's... there we go, yeah. If they're flinching like that, that means I've done damage to that gator, and it should be only a couple of hits before I beat that gator up for good. Now, there's a second cracked wall, and it's right here. Let me go ahead and take care of the rats. We'll be going forward eventually, but I do want to take care of the rats and the pipe, and then break this with Batter Ed. There is another gator here, and I want to hit this from a distance too. Well, I'm trying to hit it from a distance anyway. And back there is a Jawbreaker. Second of 4. You should have 2 at this point. Okay. Once we go forward, we're going to have another cutscene.
How intriguing. The valve to operate that door is missing.
Well, find it! The longer we stand around, the less people will see my latest disco moves.
Johnny, may I see that valve for a moment?
Plank saw it first, Double D. Finders keepers.
What the? Oh, come on, Johnny, it's a stupid valve. You'll catch another one.
What's that, Plank? You want them to do what? Okay, buddy. Plank says find a way to lower the water so he can get the clams. Then he'll give you the valve.
Please, let me handle this.
Obviously, it's a lot better if we let Double D do that. So anyway, this is our first meeting with Johnny and Plank. Full name of Johnny is Johnny 2x4 for those who are big fans of the show. Plank seems to be his only real friend, and Johnny is the only person who can hear Plank. So apparently Plank has a good idea. We might as well go ahead and do what Plank says, and that's hit these valves so we can lower the water. Because if you go in the water, you lose one of your infinite lives. You have infinite lives in this game, which is very nice. Make this game much easier. As if it wasn't easy enough already, kind of. Anyway, we have 2 more water balloon targets. We need to hit this, and we need to hit this. Now we need to turn the valve on the other end so we can lower the water. Well, that was something. That was Marie Canker, one of the 3 Canker sisters. She has blue hair, and she is infatuated with Double D. Something tells me we'll be seeing the other 2 sisters very soon. But for now, let's go ahead and turn the valve. And from here, we can empty the water. I wish I had paid attention when that was going on, but I was trying to fix myself and use the camera, and well, it's not exactly working now, is it? Anyway, where is the next valve? I wonder. It's definitely going to be down here for one. But of course, we will have to get away from the valves, or the clams rather, so that way we can use the valves. Okay. We need to switch to Ed and throw the clams away. That way we can use the valve safely. And that was odd. That was another one of the Canker sisters. I'm assuming that was Lee, the one with the red hair who's into Eddy. I could be proven wrong. But for now, you need to get off me, for one. And 2, we need to find another valve. And inside that little wooden panel was May, the yellow-haired Canker sister who is into Ed. So we've already seen all 3 Canker sisters. Well, 2 of them anyway. Alright. We need to go deeper, and we need to not get bitten by clams while we're doing this. Otherwise, we're going to have a bad time. And we need to use... Are you kidding me? Get out of here! Okay. Let's get over here with Trample Ed, break the crates, turn the valve. This is the last one, not the last one we have to turn, the last one's down there. But this is the last level we have to go to of all this. And if you can break these crates, you'll find some money. You'll also get your 3rd of 4 jawbreakers. We'll be finding the 4th one eventually. Once you get this level opened up, it's time to head back to Johnny so we can get the plank. This will be even easier if these clams wouldn't eat me. Okay, change of plans. We need to go back to the top path.
Hey, Johnny! Looks like you forgot about your best pal.
No, Plank!
So, how about that valve, Johnny? These clams look kind of hungry.
Plank says, bring it on, you sissies!
What the? Just give us the valve, and I'll give you a plank.
Plank says you were tricky. All right, I'll give up the valve. Just don't hurt him.
All right, Double D, let's install that valve and be done with it.
Sure thing, Eddy.
And by going to that area right here, we triggered the cutscene where we get the valve. And from here, the valve is in place. We just need to turn it. Now we just need to wait for this door to open. Again, there's nothing in this show that is like this door. And once we go through this door, we will have a way back up above ground. Before I do anything, though, I am going to look for coins. Because there will be a few around here, and I definitely want them. From here, we just need to find... Really? We just need to find... Really? We just need to find the ramp leading upwards. And there it was. Not exactly at 100% health, but I guess it'll have to do because I don't want to deal with gators or rats anymore. Just climb your way up here. You'll eventually save your progress, and you will go to another loading screen. We are not done yet. We still will be able to get the last jawbreaker, get the costume piece, and then finish the level. We need to create a diversion by smashing the pinatas. Switch to Ed, or double D, and press the L1 button to enter trample Ed formation. You can position the trample Ed by using the left analog stick. Press the square or X button to jump higher. This move can be used to smash objects that are hard to reach. Use it to smash the pinatas. So, I'm going to switch to double D here. Actually, no, I need to switch to Ed because there's still a sandbox that I want to go to. And I want to go to that sandbox and dig in it
I bet they're loaded with jawbreakers.
in order to get the costume piece. Thankfully,
Costumes?
the costume piece and the sandbox are located conveniently in one of the corners of Jimmy's yard. From here, it's time to switch to double D, go up to the pinatas. They should flash orange when you get close to them, should you see them, I believe. And from here, you should be breaking all 3 of them. Yeah, you have to be right under them for them to flash orange. So anyway, let's go in the trample Ed formation, be under it, press X, we'll break it. One of the 3 pinatas that we'll be breaking will contain a jawbreaker.
Curse my predilection for confectionaries.
And there we are. Now we just need to find a 3rd pinata and break that too. There it is. Once we break it, we'll trigger a cutscene.
Vandals, hooligans, those are my pinatas.
Give it a rest, Squirt. We're professional pinata poppers. We're doing you a favor.
Time for some motion.
And we are not done yet because we need to hit Marie with the beehives as well as whatever is above in order to start triggering cutscenes and attacking them with bees. So you just need to follow where Marie is going, the blue-haired canker sister. When she's below something, just, wow, just hit it with the water balloons. Don't worry about the other canker sisters. As long as you just pay attention to Marie, you'll do just fine. And if you do lose all your health, you do have to start the current section of this battle you're in over, but you don't have much to make up. I still can't seem to figure out how exactly you can hide a refrigerator in a pinata. It makes no sense to me. But, well, that's exactly what we're doing here.
You can run, but you can't hide.
And apparently... Okay, I know what I need to do now. I just need to hit Marie. Then I need to hit this. close the door that that Lee is under, then hit Marie. There we go. Apparently you gotta close the door on May and Lee as well if you want to complete the last section. No wonder I have some trouble with it. But we've now completed the second level, and we have now completed 25% of the game already. Going through this game pretty quickly.
Nice job. Too bad the party's over, dorks.
Are you kidding me? Oh, come on, Jimmy. There's gotta be some cake left, right?
Here, you can lick the icing from my candles.
And just like at the end of the first level, our schemes end in failure. And we are now back in the cul-de-sac. And we have full health again, which is excellent. Let's go to the vintage Jawbreaker machine. Let's see what we can get. How am I doing money-wise? I think I can only get one. So let's go ahead and get the one while we can. Alright. Let us switch to Double D and play around with this thing.
My, intriguing.
We have received the English vintage Jawbreaker.
This should work.
But we're going to need 7 more coins to get another one of these. But for now, we can take solace in the fact that we now have 11 Jawbreakers, 2 Easter eggs, 2 costume pieces, and we are getting quite a few things at the moment. And of course, the game is saved too, so that's always a thing. So, now that we are done with the second level of the game, we can enter the third one. But that will have to wait until the next video. So, join me next time where we play the third level of the game. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!